Hi, it's Slash again with another video. Just a few minutes after my last one, I just wanted to clear things up so there was more space for these ones. Just a few little things from the last video. I did mention about getting, region 1 DVDs. They're actually region 3. But what I meant was American imports. All TNA DVDs are region 3 no matter where you buy them from. But the reason being that they are a lot cheaper from America. £4 or £5 cheaper in fact, and you get them months in advance, plus the fact that in the UK we don't get releases for every pay-per-view, which is really stupid. They should at least bring them all out, and they don't seem to do that. They do miss some sometimes, but there has been the rare occasion when the only chance I've got is to buy it from England because we'll buy it here in England because some of them are exclusives to the TNA.com website, and as people might know, trying to purchase from them, it's not easy because they charge like $25 to ship one DVD, which is just ridiculous. Right, so we'll start off with 2007 in this video. The first one was Final Resolution, which I'm glad they changed that now because it didn't make much sense to have Final Resolution being the first pay-per-view of the year. It should really be the last, and have Genesis at the start of the year. So this one had Abyss, Cage and Sting, three-way elimination match for the world title, Alex versus 3D, and a really good Angle Joe 30-minute IMM match. Christopher Daniels, Chris Sabin, Jerry Lynn X Division title match, and Rhino AJ Styles last man standing. So it's probably one of the strongest pay-per-view lines we had up to that point. It was a pretty decent show from what I remember. I've been going back through these recently, and I've gotten up to middle of 2008 with watching them again. Who we have against all odds, which is Angle and Cage for the world title, and they actually redid this match exactly 1 year later, but with the champions reversed. This one had Sting and Abyss in a prison yard match, and a really fun little Italy street fight with LAX and 3D. Rhino and AJ Styles in a chain match. So another strong show. Then we have Destination X with all the 4 main matches on the front there. Cage and Joe for the world title. Rhino AJ Styles was Elevation X, the first ever Elevation X match. Sting and Abyss Last Rites match, and Kurt Angle v Scott Steiner. Again, pretty decent show. Then we come to Lockdown with the big cage matches on that show. Angle, Sting, Rhino and Joe against Jarrett, Cage, Styles. Sorry, and Jarrett against Cage, Styles, Steiner, Abyss and Tomko. That was the first 10-man Lockdown main event, and because they did that, it really meant the undercard. There wasn't a lot to it. Although it was a good Escape match. There was the Electrified Cage match, which was terrible. And the blindfold match with Harrison Storm, which was terrible, but they made up for it the following month with Sacrifice, because this had a really awesome match between Texas Death match between Chris Harris and James Storm. You had Rhino against Daniels, Jeff Jarrett against Robert Roode, where Jarrett finally put someone over, Samoa Joe and AJ Styles, and all the titles were 3-way matches on that show as well. Sabin, Lethal and Duck for the X Division title, Team 3D, LAX and Steiner and Tomko for the tag belts, and Cage, Sting and Angle for the world title. So another strong show. And then we had Slammiversary, where Angle, as you can see, became the world champion. This is back when it was TNA World Championship. Now they'd gotten rid of the NWA aspect of things. Team 3D were meant to wrestle against the Steiners, but Scott Steiner got injured in Puerto Rico, and so Road Warrior Animal came in at the last minute for a nice surprise. And the tag match wasn't actually too bad considering who was in it. And Sting wrestled Christopher Daniels, and really they just treat Daniels like a joke, and Sting beat him pretty easily, which is a shame because they built it up quite nicely. Then we had the match of champions at Victory Road, where they had the world champion Kurt Angle and the X Division champion Samoa Joe put the belts on the line against the tag champions 3D, and all the belts were on the line. And there was also a 10-man Ultimate X match where Triple X returned and reunited. We have Hard Justice with Angle and Joe for all the belts, winner would take all. And there was also a 6-man cage match with Cage, Styles and Tomko against Sting, Abyss and Andrew the Punisher Martin, better known as Test. Came in for the match as a babyface, didn't really work out, and then he left, went back to WWE, and after a short run there ended up obviously dying. My brother's a huge fan of Test. I've never understood it. And we have No Surrender 2007, which is where Angle put his belts, all three of his belts up in 3 matches, and he lost the tag belts and the X Division title to Jay Lethal, and then finally won the last match of the night against Abyss to keep the world title. And I think there's also a gauntlet match for the tag title shot on there as well, 10-team gauntlet. Then we have Bound for Glory 2007 with Angle and Sting for the world title, where Sting again came out with the belt. Seemed to be a tradition at that point. Jay Lethal and Christopher Daniels for the X title, and this is where they had the Knockouts title brought in with a battle royal where Gail Kim won the title for her pretty decent run with the belt. Now we have Genesis, which is where Booker T came in and debuted as a mystery partner. It was Angle and Nash against Sting and Booker, although from that you would think it was Sting and Angle teaming, but and of course all 4 of these ended up being main event Mafia together. It's Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt for the X Division title, and Christian Cage and Kaz wrestled in a ladder match. This is where they were trying to build up Kaz as a legitimate contender for the world title. Never really pulled it off though. Maybe a turning point, which they changed the main event. As you can see, Eric Young was in it, and it was not meant to be. It was meant to be Hall, Nash and Joe against Angle, Styles and Tomko, but Hall didn't bother to shut up, and there was that really good Samoa Joe sort of semi-shoot, I think it was, comments about Scott Hall, which Kevin Nash didn't really appreciate. And there was also a tag match, Booker T and Kaz against Christian Cage and Robert Roode. At that point, as Kaz and Robert Roode, they were trying to build, didn't really work out for them, because neither really is being very good as a singles guy, and especially Robert Roode, who's a really good tag wrestler. He's 2008 now. Angle and Cage for the world title. Gail Kim and Awesome Kong for the women's title. This is final resolution. Against all odds, actually it's quicker now because I think battery's running out. Against all odds, I had Angle and Cage for the world title. Abyss and Judas Messias, Barbed Wire Massacre 2. Booker T and Robert Roode in a revenge match. We have Destination X. We had a second Elevation X even, with Rhino and Cowboy James Storm, and a 6-man tag main event, Joe, Cage and Nash against the Angle Alliance, Angle, Styles and Tomko. And there was Booker T and Robert Roode in a Stand By a Man strap match as well, to finish off that feud. Then we have Lockdown, which is where Joe finally got the world title from Angle, and there was Lethal Lockdown with Cage, Sting, Rhino, Nash and Morgan against Tomko, Styles, 3D and James Storm. Sacrifice, which was originally meant to be a 3-way with I think Angle, Joe and Steiner, but Angle wasn't cleared to wrestle, so instead Kaz, who won the birdcage match as I call it, the Terror Dome match earlier in the show, got the spot instead. There was also a Knockouts Makeover match on there, and also an 8-team tag team contenders tournament, which might be, I think it was actually for the world tag titles. LAX won the titles anyway in the main event, in the semi-main event. Then we have Slammiversary, just another UK one because it was hard to find the American version. It's the King of the Mountain, Joe, Cage, Rhino, Booker and Robert Roode, AJ and Angle in a grudge match, LAX against 3D for the tag belts. And then here we have the first of many of these triple packs. This is Cross the Line Volume 1, where you got 3 pay-per-views in one box: Victory Road, Hard Justice and No Surrender, but the price isn't that much different. It's about £10 in America, but £12 over here, so to get 3 pay-per-views is a bargain, and WWE could do with doing that sometimes. Joe and Booker T was the main event. Because the cases are very bare indeed. That was Victory Road. Hard Justice had Samoa Joe and Booker T, 6 Sides of Steel, and Angle v Styles, Last Man Standing. No Surrender had Joe, Angle, Booker T and Christian in a 4-way. And a really bad MMA match with AJ Styles and Frank Trigg on the show as well. Then we have Bound for Glory 4. They started to name them, number them even after this one. And this one doesn't tell you any of the matches that are on the back, but it does have, as you can see, Joe against Sting, Jarrett against Angle with Foley's referee. And it's really weird because this is the only time I've ever done this where they haven't put the card on the back of the box. It really doesn't make a lot of sense. And I don't know if this is 2 discs or not, but they started to do 2 discs for the Bound for the Glory pay-per-views after this. Then we have Turning Point. This is another 3-pack. The last 2 events, 2008 and the first in 2009. Sting against AJ for the world title. Nash v Joe. Angle and Abyss. Falls Count Anywhere. Booker T v Christian Cage for the Legends title. And Final Resolution with Sting, Nash, Steiner and Booker T against AJ Styles, Samoa Joe and Team 3D in an 8-man tag team match for the world title. Absolute clusterfuck right there. Absolute clusterfuck. What the point in that is, I don't know. I don't even remember that match, to be honest. It must be that bad. Kurt Angle and Rhino with guest enforcer Mick Foley. And then there's a Feast of Fired as well, where Curry Man got fired. It was, of course, Christopher Daniels. And that was the first pay-per-view 2009. So I'll leave it there and let my batteries recharge on the camera, because it's a really old camera and the batteries only last about half an hour. So I'll leave it there and I'll come back with my next video tomorrow, which will look at the 2009 and 2010 pay-per-view box sets. So until then, thank you for watching and I'll see you tomorrow.